Hi, I'm Dr. Jo Torres. Today we're going to be talking about your purpose. I love to get on the internet and look at different information that's online. You can find all kinds of stuff. And I found a really good TEDx talk by Adam Leipzig. Adam talks about how to determine your purpose in 5 easy steps. And I'm going to share that with you today because I think it's really important for you to be able to connect your life, your goals, with your purpose. And first you got to figure out what is your life purpose. So the 5 steps overall are 1, who are you? 2, what do you do? 3, who do you do it for? 4, what do they want or need from you? And then 5, how are they transformed or changed in that process? And this is what Adam details in his TEDx talk. So first, the first one is, who are you? And you say your name. That's who you are. Now, it's not what your mom calls you. It's not what your husband calls you. It's not what your kids call you. It's what you call yourself. That's who you are, right? So I'm Joe. What do you do? Now, this may take a little bit of time for you to figure out because if you're watching this video, you're trying to figure out who you are or what you do really. You're trying to figure out what is your life purpose. You're trying to figure out what's your vision, where are you going. So you may need to write down a few things and explore a few ideas. What are some of the dreams you've had in the past that you still might want to fulfill now or in the future? And that might give you a little bit of a better idea of what do you do? Because it might not be what you're doing currently right now, but it might be what is it that in your heart you really want to do. So that's the second part. The third part is, who do you do it for? And you have to think about what is it that you want to do and who is it that you do it for? Because if you don't have who you do it for, you can't do what you do. So here's an example. I'm Joe. I'm a teacher. I teach. That's what I do. Who do I do it for? I do it for people who want to learn and expand their knowledge and learn how to learn. So I have to have people who want to do that. In order for me to teach, I have to have people who want to learn. Without that other side, you can't do what you want to do, what you feel is your purpose in life, your vision in life to do. So you have to have the other side of the coin. In order to have them there, you have to be aware of number 4. And that is, what do they want and need from you? You can't just decide, well, I'm going to do this and I'm just going to do it and I don't know if they really need me to do that or not. You have to know what they really need and want from you to be able to give that to them, to be able to fulfill your purpose. So what do they need and want from you? This might take some really good brainstorming. You might have to sit down and say, okay, what I really want to do is this. I really want to, be a social worker, or I really want to be able to help kids, or I might want to, be an accountant and utilize that as what I really want to do. Well, then who do you do it for? And what do they need and want from you? As an accountant, it might not just be doing numbers. You might have to provide security and support and the knowledge that you're going to be there for them and do their books correctly so that they can be off doing what their purpose is, right? So for me, what students or what people who want to learn need and want from me is the skills, information, and knowledge that they can take with them regardless of what I'm teaching, and they can find more and more and more information as they move forward in their own lives. That they're not just stuck with the information I give them, that they can expand their knowledge throughout their whole lives. So that's what people who want to learn need and want from me as a teacher. Then there's the 5th one. How are those people changed and transformed by what you do, by what you give them? And this is the key part, because all the rest of it is kind of talking about, what you do and what they need. But the last part is really that purpose. It's really the unfolding of the outcome of what you do and the effect that it has in other people's lives. You're more important than you know in so many people's lives. You really are. You have so much value to give people. And the way that you give it to them, the way it affects people, how it transforms them, that's the key. That's the outcome of why you do what you do. When I'm a teacher and I get a note from a student who says, oh my gosh, I loved this class. I can't believe how much I learned, and it really made me feel like, and they talk about how they were transformed. That gives me goosebumps. It changes so much my day, no matter what I was doing. It just makes me so happy to know how I affected their lives. Well, that's what we want to do when we're fulfilling our purpose. We're transforming or changing people. So for me, what I do, how it transforms and changes people, is that it provides them with these skills to be critical thinkers, to be lifelong learners, to be independent learners, and to have a broader, more expansive view of the world. So here's the 5 things again. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? What do they need and want from you? And how are they transformed or changed by that process? So when you start to fill these out, really think about that last part, because that's where that motivation is going to come in. That's where the reward comes in, is how you change people's lives, how you see you changing people's lives. So get those 5 things down on paper, put them up on your vision board, make sure they're there so that you can take a look at them and relive that as you start to go through your academic career and you start to move towards those goals, so you can go back to that. You can connect it to your life.